I want to talk about identifying the strengths and weaknesses in the people that are around us, and especially within a relationship, where I think a lot of the lines of communication drop within a relationship is the ability to not see someone's strengths or weaknesses. And what I mean by this is that if you know your partner has a weakness, whether this weakness be something as simple as communication, or whether this weakness be something as serious as a gambling problem or an alcohol addiction or things like that. Now, I don't want to in any way, shape, or form say that I know anything about a lot of addiction. I have experienced it, not myself, but within family members and people around me. But I have a belief that if we understand what's going on around us, and if we are aware of what's going on around us, we can be a lot more helpful in the situation. Now, what I mean is that, for instance, I've been presented in my life this situation where is that I know this person who her husband has a addiction to gambling, and what amazes me is that she knows everything to the moment that it's actually going to happen, meaning she knows when it builds up over the month or whatever it is that he's going to go to the casino and blow all of his money or that month's pay. And she knows it's going to happen, and she waits for it to happen, and she can't wait. Well, I'm not saying she can't wait for him to get home, but she waits for him to get home, and she absolutely tears him a new one for doing wrong. And the thing that always amazed me about this situation is that her, more than anyone else, knew that this was all about to happen. She saw the lead up, she saw the change in his emotion, she knew his life situation and his work situation, and as opposed to being the person that sat there and went, I know this person's weakness, and I know it's about to happen, and going, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that I'm there for this person, even if that means showing up for work and going out for a movie with him, or doing something to make sure you change that path that person's on, as opposed to be the person that's just there to yell when they know everything's about to go wrong. And you see it a lot even with learning, is that there's so many different strengths and weaknesses amongst the people around us that often in the male-female relationship, we don't sit there as men, and I'm going to talk in the sense of a female for a second here, but we don't sit there as a female and look at our partner and go, I know this is a huge weakness of his, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make him comfortable to try to change it, as opposed to I'm going to make him uncomfortable about the fact that this is a weakness he has. And in turn, he never changes it, he never builds on it, and he never actually exposes the fact that this is his weakness and this is something he has changed. And I can guarantee you in the back of his head he's going, I would love to be able to change this. Let's take it in a dancing sense. I would love to be able to learn to dance. But if you're going to keep making fun of me, I am never going to get up on that dance floor. And if we can identify with where those weaknesses are and where those strengths are and use them, I think as a whole within a relationship, we can have a much stronger relationship. We can build as two people working together as opposed to against each other, when really at the end of the day we both want the same common goal.